Big up. Happy Wednesday, hump day in the hit house. What's going on with y'all? As promised, we back doing another stream, and we chose X-Plane 12 to do it in. Capital G, capital O, capital D, who's great every day, all day. Dear Lord, thank you for waking me up and blessing my family with all opportunities, dear Lord, and life. Big up to wifey and kids. Bam. Big up to you guys, man. And we are going to be running from the Chicago O'Hare area down to the Dallas Fort Worth, man. So we're taking, we're going to continue our Airbus. I didn't feel like switching the controls over. This will be our third Airbus stream. First one was A350. Good center line, firm butter. Yesterday we did the A340-600. Nice professional landing, runway 10 Charlie there, or here in O'Hare. And now we're taking our TOLUS A321 and flying for American down to Dallas Fort Worth. If anything else goes our way, we'll do a second leg to El Paso. We'll see how that goes, my G's. Without further ado, let's get on board, y'all. Bye, y'all. We are here on this TOLUS Airbus A321 in a cold and dark state. Everything's looking good here thus far. And cold and dark, let's make sure that parking brake is indeed set there. Parking brake is set. And man, when I'm just flying a baby cockpit of what I flew yesterday, so that's what I love about the Airbus family there. Let's go ahead and ensure that we've got, I like to use this plug-in even though you can use the tablet to do some of this stuff. Let's make sure first of all we got ground services on, which we do, so let's get that going, and then we'll get the aircraft all filled up with pasajeros. All right, battery 1 and battery 2. All right. Okay, you got nav and logo on, of course. Let's get that oxygen supply crack-a-lackin'. Get those IRSs going. We'll get our hydraulics, which are already in the fault, but we'll get our fuel on. Electric panels looking good. We got external power on. And the APU generator, we're going to make sure it's off and then on, so that when we connect our APU, we'll know that it's good to go. Alright. Here's our APU fire test there. Then that'll be the engine fire test. Let's get this bad boy online first. Let's get these screens up a little higher, mates.
For traffic, American 1725 is the runway 09 center departure.
Alright. Down here, let's get to the initialization page. We're out of here from O'Hare. And we are going to be going to Dallas Fort Worth. O'Hare, Dallas Fort Worth. Let's go ahead and line the IRS. That'll get crack-a-lackin'. We'll get our cost index in here, and of course our flight number. And we'll be cruising 360. Alright. Now, for the rest, let's verify that we've got this, in fact, in alignment. Less than 7 minutes, of course. And let's take a look and see exactly what we got for fuel. Okay, we've got 220 passengers. We got the 220 pasajeros, man, if you guys know what I mean. Alright. Ground services looks good. We are going to put the 220 on here. Okay, fuel, we need 22,161. And we'll do 222. And let's see here. It wants us to have 12,000 pounds of fuel. See if we get rid of some of this cargo. Okay, there we go. We'll be in tolerance there. Let's see. 5 and 2 is 7. That's 8. So we're gonna have to, let's see what's the limit. We can take this thing off. Probably have to do, okay, right there. Okay, 3 and 5 makes 8,800 pounds. It was calling for 12,000 pounds of cargo, but that's cool. This is all we got. This is what we got to work with here, and you can see this right here for the zero fuel weight is just right on the line, and me as the captain, I don't like it right on the line. So we're gonna do 6 and 220 is what we've got. 6,000 pounds, so we had to deny 4,000 pounds. We needed 22,161 pounds of fuel for our trip down to Dallas Fort Worth. So we've got 22,200 pounds of fuel, so I like that. So let's load the plane. You can see it just bounce up and down. Alright, and there's the fuel. Let's go make sure we got that in there. We should have a gross weight of pax weight, cargo, and fuel. So 159, 838. So let's check that out here. Alright, so there's our fuel that's in there, and we're not going to get gross weight yet until we get on the, that's the doors. Of course, we want those all closed. We're just going to simulate that we got them open. I don't have any cars or trucks or anything out there. So let's get rid of this door page. We should be getting our weights down there, but we'll oh, you know what? We got to actually put it in here. That makes sense, man. In the meantime, let's get our PAC-X going before we forget. Alright, 36,000 looks good. However, it is in an A321. Alright, there we go. Let's come over here. This is the problem. This is why we're not getting the information I was looking for, man. Alright, what do we got here? Zero fuel weight is 159.8. And zero fuel weight center of gravity is 26.8. Alright, 159.8 and 26.8. Block fuel 22.2. Alright, so now that that is in there, we should be able to 100%. It's still not there. Maybe it will correct itself once we get the aircraft started. We'll be looking for that. We want our gross weight once we're started up. Of course, it's aligning too. That may have something to do with it. But either way, we have those numbers in there, fam bammers.
Unable to find view ID 22.
Alright, let's get ourselves situated here. Alright. Okay, so our squawk code is going to be 3566. Okay, we got the squawk code in there. And IRS will be done aligning in 3 minutes. Let's go ahead and look at the charts here. Let's get the weather. Okay, we got winds out of the south at 9 knots. So let's look at real world weather here. Alright. Altimeter's 3019er. Departing runways expect 9 center from Foxtrot. 10 left from DD. So let's see where we fall on the spectrum here. So it looks more advantageous. We can do 10 left. It's 10 left from Delta Delta. So from here is where we can take off. So we can taxi, leave the terminal. We can probably pick up Bravo. So we'll come here Alpha 18, or no, Alpha 19, pick up Bravo, take Bravo around. At some point, switch over here. Oh, we could take Bravo and then just pick Delta Delta is what we'll do. So Alpha 19, Bravo, Delta Delta is what we'll do. Let's look at our departure out of here. We will be departing out of the south, so if we are coming out to the east, we can assume we'll be doing a right turn to our first fix. Because we don't have an ATC and the route doesn't give us a SID. So in the meantime, let's do Dallas Fort Worth. Dallas Fort Worth, we do have a star, a procedure, which will be the Seaver 4. And we're going to be transitioning on that from our net, so we'll be coming from here. So we'll be coming, traveling southwest here from the northeast. And right now, let's see what real world weather's got there in Dallas. Okay, yeah, they're using runways 36 left, 35 center, 35 right. Okay, this flight arrives at the Charlie Concourse, Gate 22.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I would love to welcome you aboard our
So
flight.
Charlie Concourse is
When
on
you
this
find
side.
your seat, please be sure to place your
So
larger
let's see if
carry-on
they're
items
offering
in the
35
overhead
center
bin
as
and smaller items underneath the seat in front of you.
And they are.
Unless you're in the front
They're
row,
offering
please
35 center
place
as an
all of your
arrival
items
runway.
in the overhead bin. If you have any trouble finding a location for your
So
carry-on
we'll plan
items,
35
please
center.
let a flight attendant know and we would be happy to assist you. After you put your carry-on items in the overhead bin and it is full, make sure you close it as a courtesy to other passengers.
Tired firefighter
Also
in the
ensure
house,
that
and
the
Andy
aisle is
Black. Good to
clear
see
and
you.
sit down so
I'm
that
doing
way
well,
other
my G. How about
passengers can
yourself?
get by
Andy
you.
says he's got his
If you are
grub
seated
hub.
in an
It's
emergency
not
exit
for
row,
y'all
please review the
strangers. It's
exit
mine.
seating
Give me a
responsibilities
piece,
and the
Andy.
safety cards
Do it
provided
now.
for you.
Welcome
Please
aboard,
ensure
guys.
that you are able and willing
Let's
to
get the
perform
flight
these actions.
overlay on.
If you're not, please let
There
a
we
flight
go.
attendant know so that way you can do
I wonder why
Feel
it's
free
not
to use your cell phones during the rest of the boarding process, but we
cooperating.
do ask that laptops, tablets,
See.
and any other larger electronic devices are stowed once we depart from the gate. Thank you, and welcome aboard.
Let's do something here. See if I can fix the flight overlay here quick. One second here. Let's get this overlay up. I think it had something to do with my computer. It's still doing that weird freezing thing from time to time. let's try that again, see if it works. There we go. Little problem that we fixed, man. Alright, back to business here. We are Seaver 4. So we've got the Seaver 4 in there, and then of course we're expecting ILS approach 35 Charlie. ILS or localizer runway 35 Charlie. We'll take this one here. Okay, and there's Rama, so now let's look at the narrative here for the arrival. From Seaver, then on track 265 after yacht. So 230, 6,000 feet. Now you can only assume it'll be a turn to the north. It doesn't have the field depicted on here, but I can assume that we'll be somewhat in a right base as we'll be traveling west, and the runway is a northern facing runway. Ah, actually, here you go. It brings you here. This is Dallas, Texas. Let's see. Well, this is K-Dow here. So I think this looks to be the field here. So what we'll do is we'll just take approach out from Rama. Alright. Now we can get popping. Departure is going to be on 10 left. And no SID. Insert that. Then we'll be direct out to Aceto. Then from Aceto, we're going to go Adele. From Adele, we're doing Arlen. From Arlen, we're going to do the St. Louis VOR. And then on to another VOR, Romeo Zulu Charlie. Sierra Mike. You can tell it's definitely the first one just by distance. Okay, we can insert that, folks.
We're ready to go when you are. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard Flight 318, which serves to Texas. Our flight time will be roughly 1 hour and 51 minutes. Now that the cabin door is closed, please make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your large devices are now shut down and stowed. Please fasten your seatbelt and make sure that all tray tables and seat backs are in a full upright and locked position for departure. Cabin crew, prepare cabin for departure.
Alright, getting rid of that discontinuity. We should have one more, which that's fine. Alright, perfect. Let's get right into our perf. Alright, let's use our takeoff perf. 10 left, wind 125 at 5. Let us re-verify that, fam bam malicious. That is absolutely not correct, so we are doing 10 left. Winds are 190 at 9 knots. Temperature is 27. Altimeter is 3019. Runway's dry. Anti-ice is going to be off. Yeah, we should be able to do a flex configuration. We'll let it figure it out. And air conditioning's 100% going to be on. Let's go with air conditioning on. That's what I meant to do. Alright, flex temp 54. It's saying 1 plus. Let's go ahead and go configuration 2. Compute that. There we go. Flex floor DT configuration 2. 148, 148, 151. Up 0.4. 236 on the green dot. And here's the takeoff weight there. Not bad. Not bad at all. Still leaves us a margin of 3,501 feet for the stop margin, so I like that. Now, that'll be degraded because we're supposed to get onto runway 10 left from Delta Delta, which is not full runway, so but we should be just fine, of course. So, being as that there's no SID, let us put in our cruising altitude. Got to hit this thing at the right. Come on, man. There we go. Thing was giving me the hotter time, man. And everything else will look good here. Let's get our altimeter. Alright, that is all good to go. Still tripping why we don't have our situation. Alright, let's put these V speeds in here, guys. 48, 48, 51. Alright, 2 up, 0, 3. And I believe flex temp turned to 43, so let's double check this. 2 up, 0, 3, flex temp 43. Flex temp, 2 up, 0, 4. There we go. Everything else looks copacetic there. Alright, that is the frequency here for the CTAF, so we're doing good there. And yeah, let's go ahead and get our better pushback together here. Close enough.
Ground to cockpit.
Close enough.
Call me through the menu when you are ready.
Alright, let me check you guys out here in this chat. Make sure everybody's behaving. Green light's in the house, man. Spawn is in the house. I just updated my Tolus KLSP sound, and it sounds nice again. Nice, Spawning, man. Thanks for checking in, my G. Hope you're doing well, Green Light. Good to see you, fam bammers. And He said, no, give me your war title. That's what I'll see about sharing. I don't think that's an even trade, Andy. I don't think it's an even trade. Okay. Alright. Let's go ahead and get these fuel pumps. On here. Hydraulics are good. Alright, APU is in the start. Okay, just hit that one more time. Alright, while that's happening, we can go ahead and get the tug coming this way.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
APU's available. External power off. APU bleeds on. Alright. And finally, let's go ahead and get the ground services going. We can disconnect this and we can disconnect that. And now we're free of all ground services. In the meantime, I like to close all of these. Not that they were open, but I don't want to do our replay with open doors because Tolus for sure will get those doors or we'd have to close them again. So we're going to keep them all in the closed so they stay closed. Bada bing, bada boom.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
And down we go. Let's get our TCAS on. TARA. Let's get our weather system's going to need to come on. Now that we got that APU on. Alright. Just waiting to release the parking brakes. Then we're out of here. Let's set our altimeters here.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake. Starting pushback. And you may start
Alright,
engines.
here we go with the pushback, fam bammers. Let us go ahead and get you guys some flight controls here. Alright.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the flight attendants for a safety demonstration. When the seatbelt light is fastened, please make sure that your seatbelts are fastened low and tight across your lap. To fasten, insert the metal fittings into one another and tighten by pulling on the loose end of the strap. To release your seatbelt, lift the upper portion of the buckle. We suggest that you keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the entire flight as you may experience unexpected turbulence. Please take a few moments to now locate one of the several emergency exits on this aircraft. In some cases, your nearest exit may be behind you. In case of an emergency and we need to evacuate the aircraft, there is lighting on the floor that will guide you towards the exit. In the event of a decompression, an oxygen mask will drop in front of you. To start the flow of oxygen, pull
As you
the
can
mask
see, guys, we're rocking the
place it
stand
firmly
up to
over your
cancer
nose and
livery
mouth,
here.
Secure the elastic band behind your head, tighten the straps if necessary, and breathe normally. Although the bag does not inflate, oxygen is flowing to the mask. If you are traveling with a child or someone who requires assistance, secure your mask on first and then assist
Special
others.
little livery.
Keep your mask on until a member of the crew advises you it is safe to remove it. In the unlikely event of a water landing, a life vest is located in a pouch under your seat or between the armrests. When instructed to do so, open the plastic pouch and remove the vest. Flip it over your head. Wrap the straps around your waist and buckle at the front. Pull the strap to tighten. To inflate the vest, pull firmly on the red cord only when exiting
Operation
aircraft.
complete. Set parking
If your
brake.
life vest does not inflate automatically, blow into the mouthpieces for manual inflation. Each vest is
Okay,
equipped
parking
with a
brake
whistle
set.
and light.
Disconnecting
If
tow.
necessary,
Stand by.
you can use as a secondary
Alright
safety
folks, let's
device.
go ahead and get
Pull
this
the
bad
cushion
boy
from the
started.
seat
Let's
with your arms
confirm
into the strap and hug the
generators
cushion
and
to
default
your chest.
APU bleed is on.
Please securely stow all
We got our air on
personal
econ
items.
flow
Make
right
sure
now
your seatbelts
simply
are fastened and
because
seat backs and
we have
seat
not
tables
started
are
the
all in
aircraft,
full upright
and
position.
we're going to be
We
calling
remind
out
you
starting
that
the right
this is a
engine.
non-smoking flight, and that includes vaping.
Ignition.
Tampering with,
3, 2,
disabling,
1.
or destroying the smoke detectors located
And
in the
engine 2.
laboratories is strictly prohibited by law. All of this
Alright, we're
information
looking
and more
for
can be found in the safety card located in the seat back in front of you. We suggest
greasy
reading this
pressure,
and let us know if you
exhaust
have
gas
any questions.
temperatures.
Thank you for flying with us, and we hope you enjoy your flight.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Alright, there goes the ignition. Fuel flow is introduced. N2 is now active. Gonna wait for that engine to become available, of course. Alright, looking for it to say available. We do have available. Calling out starting left side engine. Alright. Of course, we got N2 slowly rising. We'll wait for the ignition to show up, and then we'll monitor exhaust gas temperature rising along with pressure. We should get a symmetrical engine to number 2. And there's that ignition. N2 is going to continue to rise. There we go. Fuel flow increasing. Pressure increasing. Alright, we got 2 good engines, guys. APU bleed can come off. APU itself can come off. Seatbelts are on. No smoking is in the auto, guys. Anti-ice is not needed. IRSs are fully aligned. Let's do this left panel here. DEERS, IRS looking good. Flight controls, we have ELAC, SEC, and FAC1 are good to go. Emergency power is situated. No lights or emergencies. GPWS all on and ready to go. Oxygen panels looking good. We can go ahead and let the crew know we're getting ready to taxi. Starting now from the bottom, our light section, everything is on that we need on for the time being. More importantly, it's the beacon that's on. And now the beacon is on. Let's see now. Boom, 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 looking good. Coming up, we don't need any type of icing. Electric panel looks good. Fuel panel, hydraulic panel looks good. We didn't do our fire test, but we're still alive. And running down the right side, oxygen and air. Everything is looking good there, folks. Let's go ahead and set flaps 2. Get our flight controls check going on. We need to make sure we're 0.4 up, which you can see those trims are not. So let's get 0.4 up. Alright, as you can see here now, 0.4 up is indicated in the trim, matching what we need. APU still available. We won't need that. Let's go ahead and do our flight controls check. Full
We're
up,
prepared for takeoff.
full down, aileron left, and aileron right, neutral, rudder right, and rudder left, neutral. And we'll do the toe brake. Let's do takeoff configuration, and takeoff is normal. Flaps are set. Bird is ready to go. APU is off. Let's get our runway turnout light on and lights to taxi. And of course, y'all know we got to come out and do a fit check before we bounce, my G's. There you go, boy. She ready. She is ready, man. All right, Captain Will, man. What's up with you, Captain Will? Good to see you, fam bammers. Okay, let's come here once again and reconfirm our taxi here, guys. Pretty easy taxi. Perfect time. This is just the sim doing its 5-10 second. It's the whole computer. It's not the sim. So we're just fine. Let's see here. Perfect time to freeze here. So we're going to taxi out Alpha 19. We're going to pick up Bravo and take it to Delta Delta here and make a left. Now this pause was a little longer than anticipated, mates, but that's the worst it's going to do. X-plane cannot continue to run, and now we'll quit. Alright, so let's see. So that one got us this time. I think I'm going to hit that message, and I think we're going to lose X-plane here. Let me try something here. Yeah, it won't even allow me to connect. Oh, man. Watch, we're going to lose X-plane, so let me just put it, let's get rid of a few things here. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. And let me see if I take myself off, if that's going to make a difference here. Alright. I'm going to put you right here and see what happens when I hit OK. Don't worry, we might still be in it, my G. Oh, no, we're not. It 100% crashed on us, fam bammers. It 100% crashed on a brother. This is the sad song we sing here. All right, so no worries. No worries at all. Stand by. Microsoft will probably have to save the day. Man, that was a lot of work for nothing. Alright, let me just close out Pack X as well. There we go. Sorry about that, folks. And this is why you must always have a backup, fam bams. This is why you must have a backup. All right, thanks for your patience. We're getting the sim switched over. We'll try to get this thing figured out. Thanks for your patience, everybody. We're almost done loading up Microsoft Flight Simulator. We're gonna get the flight going once again from Chicago O'Hare down to Dallas Fort Worth. Sorry about the sim crash, but it is what it is. So we're gonna use Microsoft now. A couple more minutes, and we'll have us back in the flight deck. Thanks for riding along, y'all. All right, man. So we are back. What up, Captain Morpheus? Good to see you, my G. Listen, guys, we're back. Obviously, we're not flying for American. We were in X-Plane 12, which I'll probably still have to go back and fix the title because this is an A320 Neo fly-by-wire. However, I didn't have an American livery for this thing, so we had a Spirit, so we had to switch it up. The Spirit really does do this flight. So we switched to gate Lima 5, and as you can see here, we're all connected up to the gate. And it's doing that pause thing again here, but it usually does it right when we start this simulator, then it gets better. So this one I'm not worried about. This is a Microsoft. It's much more stable, so we're good to go. Let's get ourselves on board here. All right. Okay, here we go. Okay, everything is looking good here. So let's get this bad boy crack-a-lacking. Import the flight from Simbri. It is. I just put A320. I didn't put Neo in there, so it's okay, see? No big deal. No big deal. This is what we're looking at here, you guys. There goes the flight plan. Okay, there's our block fuel. Looking good. So let's go here to ground services. And let's go to services first. We got door forward. Let's do ground power unit. And let's do cargo doors, fuel truck. We'll even get the baggage truck out of there. Alright. So, we got some ground power. Let's get some things going on here really quick. Got emergency light on. Get that nav and logo on. Alright, looking good there. Let's go ahead and get this bad boy aligned. Now we are rolling with the gangsta airline, fam bams. Was really looking forward to flying the Tolus, but hey, when in doubt, give X-Plane 12 a break and jump in Microsoft, man. Love them both, but you gotta have a backup for show, for show. Alright, let's align on the reference point. And one more again. And confirm. There we go. Alright. We'll get back to the rest of that. Let's get over here. And let's download it from SimBrief. Let's see, 222. And make sure that's the fuel we need, fam bams. It is. Okay. Alright. Refueling, 9 minutes. No worries. Let's go with the payload. Let's download that. See, 220 passengers. Maybe this thing doesn't hold 220. So let's do 174 on the packs. Cargo, they wanted 12.1. That's good. 0 fuel weight. 1,100 pounds. Okay. There we go. I wanted that to move around. Cargo 95. Let's do cargo here 12.1. Come on. Actually, we'll just do 11,000 pounds. Okay, that moves there. It's got a 0 weight, 135. That looks good there. Alright. So they'll begin that process. Sorry, there's some little board music there, so we don't need any boarding music. Alright, we're getting things back running here, right, man? Trying to make this thing happen correctly. Alright. So hopefully this thing gets loaded up correctly. Let's come over here. Go to third. Okay, so let me put y'all on the Be Right Back screen really quick. Guess we got to link the account again, man. All right, now we got it here, my G's.
Boarding completed.
Let's go airport, and now we need to go to airport.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the flight deck, on behalf of myself and Captain, the first
we
officer and cabin crew,
said
I'd like to
35
take this time to
center.
welcome you aboard our flight. We're just wrapping up some paperwork up front here and waiting to see final numbers from the ground crew, then we'll be on our way. Flight attendants will be coming through the cabin shortly with a very important safety briefing. We do ask that you give them your full, undivided attention as they review the safety operations of this Airbus aircraft. We do appreciate your business having you aboard this flight. If there's anything we do to make your flight any more enjoyable, please don't hesitate to ask. Welcome aboard.
All right, so now, and we can still plan on 10 left. Let me double check here and see. .3019 is still all right. So .318. Okay, that's all aligned. Alright, now we got to come back down here. Amadou Fall, I walked today into a flight school. Oh Lord, I stood by the door for almost 5 minutes just to regain my confidence. First step. Hey man, good first step, my G, for sure. Good first step, my G, for sure.
Use the flight attendant call button over your seat and somebody will assist you. If the overhead bin is full, please make sure you close it as a courtesy to other passengers. Please double check that all your items are put away so that
Alright,
the aisle
squawk
is
code
clear
for
and
us
other
folks is
passengers can make their way to
0511.
their seats. If you're in an emergency exit row, please read the exit seating responsibilities in the card in the seat back in front of you. If you're not able to comply with these
Alright,
actions, please reply to
0511.
email so that way you can be reseated.
Frequency
Now's the
here
time
is
to get out
20.
any last-minute text messages if you need to,
75,
but we ask
I
that once you
believe.
depart from the gate, you put away any laptops or tablets. Thank you, and welcome aboard.
Yeah, CTAF 12075. Perfect. Alright, let's see how it's going outside. Looks like we can get those doors closed up. Okay, let's go ahead and get our flight plan going here. We still have to come back and put some information in the aircraft, which we will. We're going to say 10 left. And then let's throw this flight plan back in, man. Alright, RNet Seaver 4 be our arrival. Seems like this thing is doing it a lot more frequently. We'll get through it, man.
O'Hare traffic, Delta 2377, 10 mile final, 9 left, O'Hare.
We're ready to go when you are.
Okay, that looks good, folks. So now we got to go back to this page here. We got to come over. Now, one 35.1, 33.7. Zero fuel weight, center of gravity is actually 33.57. 33.57, 1351. Block fuel 22.2. So there's the block fuel. 135.1, 33.57. So you could really round that up to 33.6. That's close enough. Is it close enough, man? Alright, let's go to our perf here. Here's our calculator here for our performance for takeoff. Runway. Might help if we had this in there first. Okay, we're doing 10 left. And looks good. Elevation dry. Okay, the wind. Apologize about being so far behind, but we were dealt a sticky situation, my G's, once X-Plane did what it did. 1907. Okay, temperature is 27 degrees Celsius. Altimeter's 3019. Takeoff weight. Good question. $157.3. 157.3. Should we just put the whole thing in there? 157,346. Center of gravity. Let's see, we're going to go for configuration 2. Thrust, flex, anti-ice, packs on. So 148. Flaps 2, it doesn't give us the 64, it doesn't give us anything. I wonder if that's... the 94, 10, 90, 660. Dry, 97, 27, 3019, 157, 346 pounds. Okay, it's saying 148. Flex temp 64, flaps 2, it doesn't give us that. now we're above max takeoff weight. Oh, that's because it filled it in from there. Temperature. Only thing that changed was that. So let's go back here. So current gross weight, which is our takeoff weight right now, 157,346. Alright, we're going to get it together here, man. Since I haven't flown this in a minute, so it's 19007. Slightly off, mates. Okay, that's what it is. So, that ought to be interesting. We'll just be right at 0. Doesn't give us any number there, so 148 across the board. Flex, I guess. It's news to me. What did we say that flex temp was? 64. Alright, there we go. So we're going to do 0. Everything's 148. Trans 18,000 feet. Alright, we're going to put that up there because we're going to be going direct to that. 36,000 feet. Alright. 22,200 pounds of fuel. Let's get these fuels turned on here. Beacon. Okay, we got APU coming up here.
Arm doors and cross-check.
Okay, we got one door open here, which is the cabin door. Just gonna wait for that to fix itself up.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard Flight 318, with service to Texas. Our flight time will be roughly 1 hour and 51 minutes. Please note the cabin door is now closed. We ask that you make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your larger devices are now shut down and stowed. If you have not already, please fasten your seatbelt and verify it is low and tight across your lap. Your tray tables and seatbacks must be in the full upright and locked position for departure. Cabin crew, prepare doors for departure, cross-check, verify straps, and stand by for all call.
Alright. Let us see. Available external power can 100% come off. APU bleed can come on. And we are looking good there. Alright. Let's keep everything there. That light turned up. Get seatbelts. No smoke in the auto.
Departure checks complete.
Beacon is on. Nav logo's on. Alright. Let's get our TCAS on. TA RA.
Locking gear.
Just checking my views out here. Alright, we're doing nose left, tail right.
Release parking brakes, please. Release parking brakes, please.
Alright. Let's check you guys out here. Let's get some flight controls there for you, man.
Release parking brakes, please. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Alright, here we go. Not all the way. It still freezes up here and there. Matter of fact, that was the very issue that caused X-Plane to crash there. We'll be fine though.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your complete attention to the flight attendants as they demonstrate the safety features of our aircraft. You will notice a light illuminated above your seat. When this light is illuminated, please fasten your seatbelts low and tight across your lap. To fasten, insert the metal fittings into one another and tighten by pulling on the loose end of the strap. To release your seatbelt, lift the upper portion of the buckle. We suggest that you keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the flight as we may experience unexpected turbulence. Please take a few moments to now locate one of the several emergency exits on this aircraft. In some cases, your nearest exit may be behind you. In case of an emergency and we need to evacuate the aircraft, there is lighting on the floor that will guide you towards the exit. In the event that the cabin loses pressure, an oxygen mask will drop right in front of you. To start the flow of oxygen, pull the mask towards you.
Please
Place it firmly over your nose and mouth and secure the elastic band behind your head. Tighten the straps if necessary and breathe normally.
Waiting your
Although the bag does
confirmation
not
for a
inflate,
good engine
oxygen
start.
is flowing to the mask.
Alright.
If you are traveling with
Let's
a
get
child
on
or
to the
someone who
engine page
requires
here.
assistance, secure your mask first and then assist others. Leave your mask on until a member of the crew advises you it's safe to remove it.
Ignition
In
on.
the unlikely event of a water landing, a life vest is located in a pouch under your seat or
Okay,
between
there goes
the
N2.
armrests. When instructed to do so, open the plastic pouch and remove the vest. Slip it over your head. Wrap the straps around your waist and buckle at the front. Pull the strap to tighten. To inflate the vest, pull firmly on the red
Alright,
cord.
well that bad
only
boy's
when
coming
exiting
up.
the
Let's look at our
aircraft.
taxi.
If your life vest does not inflate automatically,
We're gonna
blow
come
into the mouthpiece for
Alpha
manual
21,
inflation.
pick up Bravo,
This vest is equipped with
follow
a
it
lip
all
on
the way around the
If
Delta
necessary,
Delta.
your seat cushion can be used as a secondary flotation device. Pull the cushion from the seat, slip your arms into the straps, and hug the
Cockpit to ground. We have a good
Once
engine
again,
start.
all
You can
devices must
disconnect.
be in airplane mode, and
So
your
we'll go
larger
straight
devices
out
must
to the
be
right,
turned off and
then
stored
look
at
for
this
Delta
time.
Delta. So straight
Please
out to
securely
the right
stow your
to
personal
Bravo.
items. Make sure your seatbelts are fastened in seat backs
We'll
and
be out
tray
to the
tables
south.
are in their full upright position. We remind you that this is a non-smoking flight. Tampering with, disabling, or destroying the smoke detectors located in the lavatories is prohibited by law. All of this information and more can be found in the safety card located in the seat back in front of you. We suggest reading this and letting a cabin member know if you have any questions. Thank you for flying with us
Unlocking
again,
gear.
and we hope you enjoy your flight.
Alright, they're unlocking the gear there. Okay, we got a good right engine. Calling on starting left engine.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Alright. Auto or speed brake is armed. Reject the takeoff. We're just waiting for a good engine on the left. Let's get terrain on the ND here.
flight attendants, please prepare for takeoff.
Alright, 2 good engines. We got the left side now available. APU bleed can come off. APU itself can come off. And we are looking good, fam bammers. Let's go ahead and do our flight controls check. Alright, nothing on the trim, which is what it said. Pull up, pull down, aileron left, aileron right, neutral, rudder right, and rudder left. Okay, flight controls check is complete. Takeoff configuration. Alright, cabin check. Spoilers are armed. Flaps we need to put to takeoff. Selecting 2.
We're ready for departure.
And cabin is checked. And takeoff configuration is 100% normal. Flaps are set. And we are ready to go. Terrain is here. Flight altitude is set. Nothing but to do it. We're doing Alpha 21, Bravo, Delta Delta, runway 10 left. O'Hare traffic, Spirit 318, pushback from stand Lima 5. Will be taxiing to runway 10 left for departure out to the south via Alpha 21, Bravo, Delta Delta. O'Hare traffic. Alright, y'all know what time it is. It's fit check time. That's what I'm talking about. Toe brakes held. Alright guys, let's try this again. Welcome aboard Spirit Flight 318, Service 2, Dallas Fort Worth, potentially going into El Paso too. We'll see if we do a second leg here. Ghosty Lunkers in the house, man. What is up? Alright, so we're going to be looking for Bravo here. Alright, that's the pause. This is what got X-Plane. I don't think it's going to get us here, so I think it's worse that we were running X-Plane. I didn't restart the computer, but there we go. Better that didn't happen on our takeoff. Very questionable, though. But we're going to run with it. If it gets worse, I'll just end the stream, but I think we'll be okay. Probably doesn't help. We had X-Plane running. And then we didn't get a fresh start here. Okay, we're on Bravo. I'm gonna get us there, guys, one way or another.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the Dre Sanchez YouTube channel. This is his first officer in life, his wife, and I would like to extend a big thank you to all of you for flying with us today. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share, and always be courteous to other passengers on board. We appreciate all of your support and hope that you will join us each stream as we grow the channel together. Positivity and information sharing is always welcome, so please do not hesitate to add your comments in the chat. Once again, welcome aboard, and we will get you to your destination safely. Thank you.
So we're going to stay on Bravo. We're going to wait for Delta Delta. Okay, we do have our flex temp in there, which is a good thing. Okay, ways to go for Delta Delta. Let's see what our taxi speed is, 22. We're doing okay. Okay, give me a second there, FX guy. Let me get us up in the air and get in cruise, and I'll be able to answer some, or at least attempt to answer technical questions.
O'Hare traffic, United 282 pushback, Bravo 10 facing the north, O'Hare traffic.
Okay, that was Bravo 10. Why is the plane saying it's going that way? Okay, that's Bravo, that's Kilo. So we should still very much be on Bravo. Let's look. Said we were passing Kilo right now. Kilo SS. This is strange. I don't know how we got turned around, but we did.
O'Hare traffic, United 282, going to be taxiing to Niner Center via Golf, Foxtrot, cross 9 right, and hold short of 9 Center at Foxtrot, United 282, O'Hare traffic.
I think we're back on track now, guys. Shamir, man, what is up, my G? Good to see you. Ghostly Lurkers in the house. I think I checked in with you. It's been a little bit frantic, guys. We've been streaming for an hour and 41 minutes, and we haven't taken one flight yet. It's crazy, man. Alright, this next one coming up should be Delta Delta. O'Hare traffic, Spirit 318 on Bravo, going to merge on the Delta Delta to enter runway 10 left for immediate departure with a turn to the south for O'Hare traffic. Alright, here we go, folks. Slow our roll a little bit up, start our turn. Finals clear. Alright. Taxi light all the way on. Clock has started. Man, SRS. Flex temperature is 64. Takeoff power set. O'Hare traffic, Spirit 318 on runway 10 left. Takeoff time now. Airspeed's alive. $80 knots.
O'Hare traffic, United 282 crossing 4 left at Golf. O'Hare traffic.
Looking for 148. V1 rotate. Positive rate. Gears coming up. O'Hare traffic, Spirit 318 clear of runway 10 left, climbing out, runway heading, will be turning out to the south shortly. Last call for O'Hare traffic. Alright, let's start our right turn, climb power. Speed check, flaps 1. Speed check, flaps clean. Still hand flying her. She's picking up speed.
O'Hare traffic, United 282 crossing 9 right at
Alright,
Foxtrot,
6,200.
O'Hare traffic.
Okay, let's extinguish those speed brakes. Alright, rejected takeoff is up and extinguished. Flaps are selected up and clean, indicating the same. Gears up and stowed. Okay. Less than 2,000 to go. We'll get her on autopilot. $9,500.
O'Hare traffic, United 282 at Foxtrot, lining up 9 center, going to be a departure to the east, O'Hare traffic.
10,000 feet, let's pitch down.
We are now passing through 10,000 feet. You can now turn on your larger portable electronic devices. As a reminder, please keep your seatbelt fastened while you are seated and do not congregate in the galleys or near the lavatory. This aircraft is equipped with onboard Wi-Fi. You will be required
Autopilot
to
handover right on the flight directors.
to access it. We do offer complimentary in-flight TV thanks to our partners. Connect to the Wi-Fi and you will be able to access our wide range of free live TV and paid movies library.
The terrain off. Alright, we are direct to Cedo. Then we have Adele crossing through 11,100 feet here.
You can now get up and move around the cabin. However, we ask that you keep your seatbelt fastened when seated in case of unexpected turbulence.
Alright, beacon strobe on, nav logo. Bottom row is off, fam bombers, and we are doing 100% good. No alerts or alarms. And let's check fuel quantity. There we go. We've also got our gross weight of the aircraft there. And our ignition is on. We can get that off.
As we continue to climb to our cruising altitude, the captain is requesting that you continue to remain seated with your seatbelts securely fastened. Lavatories are available at this time, but please be aware that we may experience unexpected turbulence. Additionally, please be advised that the boom boom room is now open, and if you are flying along with Captain Dre,
And O'Hare
he
traffic,
requests
United
that
282
you
clear,
monitor
9 center, departing to
comms
the east,
on
direct
frequency
mobile, final call here.
123.45. In the event that there is active ATC, please be sure to tune to the required frequency while monitoring boom boom room comms on comms channel 2.
Alright, y'all, we are doing good. Okay, 17,900, less than 100 to go. 18,000 feet. Pull the standard. set that to standard as well. And guys, we are doing good. We got our flight information here. Everything looks good thus far. Estimated to get into Dallas Fort Worth, runway 35 center, 13,400 pounds of fuel on board. And you guys, we're doing all right in my book. Alright, let's switch over to Unicom. You see what the CTAF there in Dallas Fort Worth is. $26.55. Alright, $26.55. That'll be the CTAF for Dallas Fort Worth should there continue to be no ATC on there. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are doing good, fam bams. $23,000 feet climbing. Looks like we about another 80 miles until we're at our top of the climb. And we have been in the air for 11 minutes and 28 seconds. Doing good, y'all. Got about 12,000 to go until we get to our top of climb here. Reach our cruising altitude. Okay, flaps clean. Alright, y'all, we are doing fantabulous, my G's. Andy Button says hello. How everything doing tonight? How is everyone doing tonight? Appreciate you asking that, my G. I myself am doing good. I hope you're doing well, fam. Hope your day at work was good. We had a little bit of an issue on the first stream. Matter of fact, we need to even edit what we have going on here. There we go. Gotta get that, had to get that title changed, my G. Sasha Collins, yo, first time here. Need to know what's the first plane that got you in aviation? That is a good question. First plane that got me into aviation. I will say this, Sasha, it really wasn't a plane that got me into aviation. It was just aviation, period. I would fly anything that was modeled in FSX. I started in FS98, then I had FS02 to FS04, I believe it was FS9, and then FSX. So in those sims, I flew Cessnas, I flew Coronado, I believe, had a King Air. I think that was like my first tutorial I did. Didn't even know I was going to, I didn't even, it wasn't a stream, it was a video. And then after that, just whatever jet I could get my hands on and learn on, man. So really, to be honest with you, the plane, I guess, that was the most enduring for me during all of my training, once I started really taking it serious, is when I took all of the tests on Pilot Edge. I passed all the VFR training, which they call them CAT ratings, and the I ratings, which obviously are the IFR ratings. And I did that with the Coronado PC-12. Andy says, I'm doing good. It is my Sunday night. Got to go back to work tomorrow. Oh, man. Well, hopefully work goes quick, my G, and hopefully you enjoyed your time off, Andy, man. Thanks for sharing that, fam. Appreciate it. Just sent a few messages out here. Let's see, FS guy, how can I fix X-Plane when it crashes on boot? I mean, that's a pretty broad question. It all depends on what's going on with your system. If it's crashing on the boot, the first thing I would do is one by one, I would back your plugins up if you want to, and start removing the plugins out of your plugin folder. That'd be the first thing I would do. Second thing I would do, if it's been crashing, I would go to the log text file that you can find within your main X-Plane folder. There's a log text file to tell you why X-Plane is crashing. Big up, D-Champ. I know I'm late. I had a flight lesson getting ready for my PPL check ride. Hey, that's what's up, D-Champ, man. Wishing you the best, my G. You are always in my thoughts, man, with your private pilot license, dog. So go in and get it. No worries being late. We appreciate you checking in, man. And I know you going to get that thing, my G, tomorrow. You got it. Patience, checklist, dog. You know, get prepared for the questions, but you already know it. You breathe it. Man, you're going to do just good, my G. You are going to do good. Make sure you know that POH up and down, where to find information. Running the checks. Walk around is good to go. You got this, D-Champ. You got this, my G. You got it, man. Excited for you, fam bammers. So, yeah, FS guy, man, that's where I would start. Log text file, as well as, you know, double checking your plugin folder. I'm just texting my boy Greenlight right now. So, Greenlight's actually encouraging me to do a tutorial flight for you guys on some of those tests. Of taking those courses, which maybe we'll do that, guys. Maybe I'll start a little series where I'll go to Pilot Edge, access all of the CAT ratings and the I ratings, and we'll just run them and do it that way. Greenlight, man. That's right, man. Appreciate you, Greenlight. Big up, Green.
Also, one more reminder to please refrain from congregating with the front galley when the flight deck door is located. Thank you.
All right, fam bammers. Because I think it's a hardware issue, because I used to fly at KB21 all the time with no issue, but now I have a lot of issues when I try to load the game. So what, did you change any of your hardware out? Was any of your hardware updated? Are your drivers updated? Andy says that would be cool. Yeah, so let me see if I can pull it up and get it in here, so that we can see that. First and foremost, let's take a look and see. Okay, our top of drop is in 461 miles, so we got time to talk here, guys. Let's go through this. Excuse me, wow. Give me 1 second, guys. I need to talk to my wife. I will be with you guys shortly. This is very important. But give me 1 second, and we'll explore the idea of doing this training. Thanks for riding along, guys. I appreciate you guys. Give me 1 second here, and I promise we'll get back and talk about this, because we got some time to cruise. And I'll get back with you as well, FS guy, to check that out. Be right back with you. Got to talk to the wife. She's got a big day tomorrow. Stand by.
starting our in-flight meal service. Please look in your seat back for our menu, and one of our crew members will stop by shortly for your order. If you would like to order additional menu items, please hit the flight attendant call button at any time, and we'll be over shortly to assist.
Alright, you guys, appreciate that. Had to talk to my wife about some work things that's going on tomorrow. Mud Soda 9475 all the way up in the house. Welcome aboard. Welcome to the stream. I'm doing well, my G. I hope you're doing well. Let's see. No new hardware, but I did update the graphics driver and went to a smaller plane. I was running Lenovo iPad 3 with X-Plane 11 and Cessna 172. You know, I'm going to be honest with you, FX guy. There's so much going on. This is just a pause that happens. There's so much going on. Too many variables for me to be able to say what it is for your computer. However, I do strongly believe that finding a software that can check your drivers and your directories, anything from malware, anything like that, that's just my suggestion. It's too broad. I mean, it would be like a needle in a haystack, FS guy, for me to truly, honestly be able to say I know what's going on with your computer, because I most certainly wouldn't be able to even claim that at all, my G. Alright, so prior to me stepping away, and as you can see, FS guy, I'm still having this issue of my computer randomly freezing. I don't know if it's GPU related, because everything's running in the background, but the screens are freezing. So I don't know if mine is GPU related. It could be a driver. Hey, FS guy, I'm gonna be honest with you. The first thing I would try, and I'm not affiliated with this company or nothing, I'm just saying it worked for me. Look up a online tool. It's called Restoro. R-E-S-T-O-R-O, Restoro. And Restoro worked for me on my other rig, and it does exactly that. It searches out drivers, directories. You yourself can make sure all your other drivers are done. Sasha says maybe VRAM when loading assets. What GPU got? I personally have a RTX 3080. I have a 12900K processor, and I got 32 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM from Samsung. Which this to my computer is a new thing. Microsoft updates its operating system as far as Windows is concerned. Okay, never mind how. Roger that. Yeah. So we'll see. Mine just barely started not that long ago, but normally, as long as even if it happens on landing, everything freezes. So and it comes back. So I think these other little micro freezes you're seeing is because I had X-Plane running and didn't start my computer. See how it just did that big pause? So something's going on in the background today, because normally once the thing does the long pause, it doesn't do these micro pauses. But I refuse to not try to get this flight done for you guys. That's why we're doing it. No quitter here, man. We're gonna get it done one way or the other, fam bams. Let's check Volanta. Okay, we got a lot of good traffic there at Fort Worth. And we got some weather. Let's check the METAR there. All right, 050. So it's about an hour old. This should be updating because it's 0158 Zulu. 0053. Yeah, this should be updating any moment. But at last, looks like it was Southern. And then we're going to talk about the tests. So wind 040 at 5 knots in Dallas Fort Worth. This comes as of 0153 Zulu, so this is updated. So we're going to get some updated information too. Altimeter is 3008, and we're still landing north, so that is a good thing there. Did you look in the car? Give me 1 second, fam bammers. Give me 1 second. Alright, here we go. Wifey had lost her phone, man! You know, that's a big issue. She found it, though. Alright, so let's come up here. This is the way I get the, this is the way I'll get the... Oops. Updates sometimes. But see, yeah, that's still... so wherever this is getting the information from, it's still old. Because it's still reporting that same time frame. I wish there was a way to fetch new information. Alright, how we looking here? Top of drop, 351 miles. So we got we got some time to cruise, so let's see if I can find these lessons on Pilot Edge. And we'll talk about them. Alright, so we're going to be looking at this training program here in a second. Let me just get it up. Alright, let's make this a little smaller here. Alright, you guys, so if you can see that on the screen there, let me know. So we're going to talk about this training guy. So my boy Greenlight was referring to, you know, doing some training, and that would be by way of Pilot Edge, of course. Pilot Edge has an awesome training program that can help a flyer not only understand IFR, but also VFR, which precedes IFR ratings. A lot of guys get on the sims and they learn through YouTube videos and, you know, doing their practice or whatever how to fly IFR, you know, because that's the big airliners. But the first things you should do to really understand what you're doing in an aircraft is fly VFR. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at some of this stuff here. Alright, so first things first, this is the Pilot Edge training. So all you need to do is come search up Pilot Edge. This is free. You're going to go to Pilot Center, and then you can go here to the training program. Okay, that's where we get this. Now, who is this training program for? This serves a wide audience from pilots who are just getting started with online flying to intermediate pilots who are looking to sharpen their skills and learn more advanced VFR and IFR concepts. Instrument-rated pilots will be familiar with most of the material, but we've received plenty of feedback over the years from IFR pilots who found tremendous value in the program, both as a refresher of some areas of operation that they hadn't visited in a while, or as a nice introduction to airspace around SoCal. So, basically this is for everybody. It's feel free to browse to the CAT ratings and the I ratings if you're ready. So again, we can come right here, click on CAT ratings, and this is the VFR CAT program. So they call them CAT ratings here. It's a series of 11 scenarios that can be flown on Pilot Edge to practice common VFR procedures, better understand the types of airspace associated with VFR flight, and also practice the ATC. Let me see if my account, let me see something here really quick, fam bams. Let me see if my account is still good here. It's been a while, so I want to see if it at least kept a record of me in here before we get going. So anyway, I guess when you take these tests, and I have another stream years ago where I did show my ratings on Pilot Edge. You can come and see, this is how you see, you know, this one just shows the 25 most. It doesn't have a roster. You'd have to sign in, and because I'm not a member anymore, I guess they deleted it all, which I absolutely think that's ridiculous. At any rate, this is where you would go roster rated pilots, but it's only showing the last 25. So let's get into it. The very first flight starts out with a non-towered to non-towered airport. So this is pure VFR. This means you are getting in your aircraft, communicating with the field, your taxi, your runway, and your direction of departure. You're leaving the field following only VFR flight rules, which means you're not using your instruments, you're using your charts, you're visually looking, you cannot fly into clouds, you cannot fly when it is not a visual weathered condition, and you're flying from one non-towered airport, which means there are no services there, and all pilots are expected to communicate on the CTAF. Many of these airports too, you also activate the lighting by tuning into a frequency and clicking the mic to turn on the lights on. And so those are the type of airports that you're going to fly to. So in this test, you are not going to fly through any class Bravo, Charlie airports, because Deltas can be some of these non-towered airports here. And you're going to remain in a VFR altitude. So usually, depending if you're traveling in the United States from west to east, it'll be an odd number. So you would fly, let's say, like 5,500. And if it's flying from east to west, you're going to do an even number. So let's say like 6,500. You're always going to fly that 500. So let's click into this first one, my G's. This gives you an entire breakdown of what this test looks like. And these tests, of course, are done in Southern California airspace. And it'll even give you the airports that you can take off from. It gives you the learning objectives, kind of what I talked about. Become familiar with radio communications at a non-towered airport. Become familiar with operating requirements within Class G and E airspace. And demonstrate basic VFR navigation skills. So this one, it gives you the exact airports. This is the rating. And this is what you must do to get credit. Okay? Now, you will be logged onto Pilot Edge if you wanted to take this test for real with them. If not, You won't be on pilot edge, but you should have some type of observer that is rated or at least trained in this so they can tell you if you're doing something wrong. It gives you an airspace review. It gives you a communications review. It gives you a link to SkyVector. And not to mention, it also gives you a transcript of things that you should probably be saying for your flight. Again, we talked about the taxi to which runway, and then departing runway to the east. So this is the direction here, as we talked about. And then it even has a video for you on there. It's got VFR communications manual, non-towered airport operations, so you can see what's expected of the facility to be available for you, as well as for you to be aware of your responsibilities of operating at a non-towered airport, so on and so forth. So it'll go through a whole list of these. Now this one, see what I say, non-towered to a Class D airport. So now it's flying from a non-towered airport to a Class D airport, and this is going to have you understand that you can enter this airspace as long as you make communications with the tower. So for example, it should give you an example on here where communication. Okay, prior to entering Class D airspace, federal regulations require that pilots establish two-way radio communication with the tower. So again, just what I said. This is where you would learn, hey, I can fly into a D-class airspace as long as I have communication with the tower. Now, on the sectional charts, okay, they're obviously doing San Luis Obispo, Delta class airport. It is gonna 100% also give you a shelf. Okay, so if you are 2,700 feet or below, you're in this guy's airspace once you get to this area over here. So if you're above this, technically you're not in this guy's airspace or even corrupting anything he's got going on, because you're above anything or anyone that would be on approach coming into the airspace. So there are a lot of things, and it's going to also have you understanding what these are, these towers, these altitudes here, of terrain around you, and how to even more so read the chart, because you are going to be required to fly VFR following VFR flight rules, which includes adhering to the chart and knowing your terrain features as you're traveling in your aircraft, looking outside of your window. So there's that. Let's check on you guys really quick. I've been doing a lot of talking here, mates. Andy says this is all great info. I appreciate that, Andy. All right, no questions here, so we'll keep kind of sharing it. Let's check on our aircraft here really quick. Okay, 255 for top of drop. At about 100 miles out, we'll check the weather again and see when it's been updated. Fuel on board now is 16,360 pounds. We are calculated to have 13,300 pounds of fuel once we get to Dallas Fort Worth. There are no alarms. Let's check status on the ECAM. ECAM is good, and all of our cruising profile information here that we're monitoring looks to be good. We've got engine monitoring. We're also monitoring the pressurization, and you can also see here the temperatures, if you will, here. Looking good. And we've got a gross weight right now of 151,400 pounds, and of course that is changing as we are decreasing in our poundage of fuel. So far so good. And we are looking good, fam bams. All right, let's get back into it. See how this looks if I bring it up. Yeah, not too bad. At least we have something. Here, now we'll move it over. There we are. Alright. So, I'm not going to go through each one, but you get the drift. So these are all of your CAT ratings, and there's 11. The culmination of passing your VFR ratings under the CAT test will be you flying from a Bravo class airspace, to another Bravo class airspace. So in this case, you're going to go from Los Angeles to San Diego, and on this one you will be required to stay outside of the Bravo airspaces upon entering one or getting close to one, as well as prior to that appropriately departing as VFR traffic from a Bravo class airspace, which in most cases I will ask for flight following, especially in the Southern California airspace. But it also teaches you guys how to fly what they call tech routes here in the Southern California airspace. And tech routes, or technical routes, are VFR routes that are already pre-established in the busy airspace, and you can either file them as IFR if you're instrument rated, or you can file them, not that you need to file for VFR, but you can at least let them know that you are following a certain tech route while still asking for flight following. So here's the chart. It gives you the departure here at LAX, and it's got a, gives you a 95 nautical mile route down. Let's see if this even mentions the tech routes. So if you guys are interested in flying in Southern California and flying some tech routes, you can come here and let's see, PE Aware Live Map. I'm looking for where they give the tech routes. Let me see if it talks about the tech routes anywhere in here. Okay, so this kind of talks about a tech route, but not really. This is a corridor that allows you to fly the coastal route. So conduct a flight from Camarillo Airport to John Wayne using the coast route through the Los Angeles. So this itself is not a tech route. This is a corridor to where you can fly without needing ATC clearance in the Bravo. You can see here, remain outside the Bravo airspace until receiving Bravo clearance. And here's the coastal route, northbound, southbound. This one's going to have you... Okay, just transition in and out. So this is where you will practice entering and exiting Bravo class airspace. And so basically this is talking about VFR transition. You will be transitioning from VFR, basically do what you want, into a Bravo class airspace where now you're not VFR because you're going to be controlled traffic. He has to control you because you are within those specified altitudes. That, remember, the airspace around the airport is upside down wedding cake. So the higher you are within that airspace, you are a little bit more liberal, if you will, to move around. But the closer you get basically to final by the airspace, the lower it gets that very small controlled airspace for you to remain out of. Anyway, this is a good class here for you guys to take as well, and that'll help you understand how to enter an airspace, how to operate within an airspace. Some of my streams, I actually do this in a helicopter, because you can also do some of this stuff in a helicopter as well. Let me look here. Let me look and see if I can find that tech route for you guys. Alright, let me check you guys out and then we'll look at this tech route business here. Yes, Andy, this definitely would be for you, my G. I mean, FS guy, good night to you, my G. I didn't see you were going to bed. I was over here doing a lot of talking. But yes, Andy, this is definitely something that someone like yourself who's interested in playing this game. Yes, this would be a good place for you to start. You know, and like I said, you could do this stuff offline as well. So I did find the tech routes. So this is the tech routes. So let's say like I wanted to depart we'll say French Valley, and I want to fly to, let's say, like Santa Monica or somewhere. Let's see. Okay, to Santa Monica. Now, once I have selected the departure, and this is only in the Southern California airspace where these tech routes apply. In other busy airspaces, they may have other supplemental routes and charts, but I'm referring to the Southern California airspace. Now, you can see the name of this tech route is the ONT-P7. Here's the departure airport and the arrival airport. And then here would be the routing. You can also view this on SkyVector. Now, this is going to tell you here, based off your aircraft, the altitude guide. So let's say I'm flying a Mike turboprop or Special Cruise 190 or higher. I'm going to be in the P category of the altitude. So this used to be a lot different. They used to have a couple other drop rounds, but this is how you can find the tech route. Then of course, if you want to view it on SkyVector, this will show you that tech route. It's right here. Now we're on a VFR chart, we can go world low. And once, because the tech routes are going to be following low chart airways, if you will. So as you can see here, this is it. Okay. So you can see this joins up this airway here. It looks like it's traveling this way, Victor 597 airway. Traveling the other way, it's Victor 186. So it takes that all the way over here to this VOR here. And then you continue down on this tech route. So actually this is where we're departing. I was doing it the opposite. This is where you're departing. So, and if you want to look at the flight plan, here it is. Now like I said, so it's Paradise, which is this VOR. I was actually looking for the name. Where's the tag? Where's the Paradise tag? Should be letting you know. At any rate, this is the Paradise VOR. Then from here, you're picking up that Victor 186 airway. And look, it's even got the altitude, 5,500. That'll be obviously if you're traveling towards French Valley. Let's say you're going the other way, you could go to 6,500. Alright, so that, in a nutshell, is about the CAT ratings and some tech routes. Then, the next set of training is going to be your IFR test. Same thing, starts you off basic, and it works your way up to 11. And then also too here, Sky High Charters, or the Alphabet Challenges for self-paced tour, and the Pilot Edge World. So you can click on the Alphabet Challenges, and it'll give you, okay, here it is, see, hosted by myfloutright.com. So this must also have the Alphabet channels on here too. So if we go here and go to the Alphabet Challenge, so you would select your Pilot Edge name. So I guess if I was still on here, I would be in here, and then you do these things, and then you can obviously get in here and do some of these challenges. And fanbammers, that's basically it. That is basically it. Yeah, roger that, Andy. No worries, my G. Hopefully it helps out, man. I learned all this on my own. You know, nobody showed it to me, but I sure would have been appreciative if somebody did. Okay, look here, guys. We've got probably about 100 and I'm going to call this 140 miles or so. 154. So I was about 14 miles off. Once we get around about 100 miles, we'll go ahead and double check the weather. Still got 13.3 thousand pounds of fuel, so these Neos are performing well. And we are doing good. Now let's see if this will change. Yeah, still see it doesn't change. It'd be nice if there was a refresher. Yeah, we don't want to redo the widgets, but it is what it is. And you can see here totally our flight progress here. Let's see if we have any ATC online. Atlanta Center, Indian, Unicom. So we have absolutely no ATC online, which is A-okay in my book sometimes. Alright, so we're in Arkansas now, just crossing from the Missouri-Arkansas line. And there definitely looks like there's weather. In Dallas-Fort Worth. Okay, weather's still doing good. Still for northern runway, we got 030 knots, 10 static miles of visibility. Few clouds at 7,000, broken at flight level 200, broken at flight level 250. Now there could be some slight haze or fog. The temperature is 24 degrees Celsius, and the dew point is 21 degrees Celsius with an altimeter of 3008, and this is as of 0153 Zulu. So we should get one more weather update in about 20 minutes or so. 22 minutes to be exact, we'll have another weather update, so we're not going to use this as religion just yet. We're still too far out to do that, man. So if we want to calculate top of drop here says it's UTC 1741. And 1723, so just at about top of drop we'll get the weather information. Because even though I'm flying simulator time because I want it to be light outside. So 1723, and we've got top of drop 1741. So about 18 minutes to go. All right. So it's going to put us on a long final. So let's see if we get rid of this discontinuity, what happens here. Since there's no ATC online. Alright, so let's see what this looks like now, fam bams. Okay, so at exhibit, so now we see that it's going to bring us, so at exhibit, we are going to fly a reciprocal. Alright, so final approach course is 356. So the reciprocal will be 176. So once we get there, we'll fly heading a 176, and then we'll be right downwind. We'll be making right traffic. We're going miss, climb to 3000 outbound, triple T VOR, radio 356, which is continue at runway heading. Obviously, this is based off of the triple T VOR. We'll fly heading a 356, that'll be outbound. Tabasi, which is 19.7 miles from this Maverick VOR, and hold, or is directed by ATC, and the bossy hold is going to be right traffic. So literally we could probably hit it direct and do basically a parallel. So we're going to fly it direct, fly it for a minute, come back, turn back around to the right, fly back to the station, and then we'll do 1 minute legs, and we'll probably be speed 250 knots indicated. The airport elevation where we're touching down at, or the runway elevation, is 563. Overall elevation at the airport is 607. And we have a decision height of 763. Oops. So we'll start plugging some of this information in there. Okay, so that's briefed. Now let's talk about our parking gate. Parking gate is supposed to be Echo 31. Okay, here's Echo. Okay, here's Echo 21. So here's this building. No, Echo 31 is what we need. So here, well, it's right next to 21. 31. So right at this little notch here. So we'll come 3-5 center and basically bring it back to right here. So we'll do 3-5 center, maybe get high speed, worst case scenario, Mike 12, or Mike 2, I'm sorry, left on Mike. And we can literally bring it all the way down, cross over here, Echo Mike, cross runway 10 left. Or I'm sorry, 3-5 left. Here at Echo Mike, and we'll come into Kilo and come into the ramp right here and park right where we're supposed to, right here. And that'll be Charlie E31. I'm sorry, Echo 31. Okay, 73 miles. Let's go ahead and get that weather. Hey, my dog, I'm gonna go eat dinner with the wife. You have a great rest of your flight. Thanks for the info. Hey, no doubt, Andy, man. Thanks for hanging out, man. Appreciate you, fam bammers. Enjoy your dinner, man. As we say in Spanish, buen provecho, papa. All right, let's pick this weather up. Okay, 0305 knots. Okay, altimeter there is 3008. Temperature there in Dallas Fort Worth is 24 degrees. And we set 030 at 8. sorry, 030 at 5. And we're for flaps full, so V approach is 136. Temperature, yep, plus 24. QNH 3008. And we have our minimums at 763, which means touchdown is 563. Alright, 57 miles to go. Okay, last thing we need to do, guys, is take a look at 33.5 center. Runway distance is 13,400 feet. Let's get our data block up here. Final approach course is 356. India Papa Kilo Quebec is the ILS, and it's 110.3. India Papa Kilo Quebec 110.3. Final approach course 356. Everything matches up, so the aircraft has the ILS information programmed in correctly, which is a good thing. And we'll be doing our final approach and descent to the field for runway 35 center at a 3 degree glide slope. So there we go, guys. We are preparing for the arrival, man. Lastly but leastly, let's go here to the charts. Let's look for the Seaver 4. Okay, Seaver 4. Excuse me, RNAV approach. 6,000. That's what we're looking for, fam bams. Now we're going to double check it in the FMC. Then our final waypoint is 6,000. $236,000. I like it. All right, let's confirm that now and put it into our target altitude. There's 6,000. And we got 40 miles to go. Right out at about 15, we'll prepare the cabin for arrival. Get this up so I don't forget the replay, man. You're doing good, fam bam malicious. Excuse me. Alright, you guys, not much further to go.
From the entire flight crew, we once again thank you for traveling with us. We will begin our descent shortly and would like to remind you to place your seats in the upright position, stow your tray tables, and surrender any trash to the flight attendants as they prepare the cabin for arrival. We would also like to remind you that your viewership is highly valuable to us and always appreciated. If you would like to increase your support of the channel, a donation link can be found in the video description, along with other ways to stay connected with the Dre Sanchez YouTube channel and this airline. We hope your flight has been pleasant and look forward to seeing you all for your future travel needs. See you on the ground.
Music is off. And we are looking good. We got 6 miles there. Okay, altimeter's 3008. Dallas-Fort Worth and surrounding traffic. Spirit 318 is an Airbus A320 Neo. Now vacated flight level 360, descending on the C-4. We are direct to Kimley, expecting full stop ILS 35 Center for Dallas-Fort Worth.
If you are up, once you return to your seat, we ask that you remain seated until the aircraft arrives safely at the gate. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for arrival.
Alright guys, just like that, we are on our way down. Nothing to report on the weather, so that's good. As we get to transition, we will 100% do what we need to do. Let's get some of this. You can see that speed is increasing. Alright, just on profile. If that speed increases anymore, we'll have to go ahead and throw some speed brakes out there. Okay, we're doing good. Got some slight speed brakes out there. brakes back in. Okay, we need flight level 240. They're far enough apart. Let's put the constraints on now. Okay, 290, flight level 210. This one is between 300 and 240, so we're doing good there. We're on profile. We get 10,000, we get our landing system on there. You can see we've got 13,680 pounds of fuel on board. Now it's calculating 12.5 at the field. And for our reserves, we only needed 6,854 pounds of fuel. And we're going to look for alternate K-triple-G. Let's also look at our alternate flight plan. Here's our alternate route. If we need to, we need to do GARL 5 to triple G. So let's see what that looks like. It'll be East Texas Regional. Okay, 36, GARL 5. Apparently that's not on board. All right. My man says he's been enjoying iRacing. That is what is up. That dumb little pause, but we're almost there, so hopefully this is the last pause that we get for the simulator. Okay, so we'll also get weather. If we're coming to there, we'll essentially go direct. There are no stars. So then we would just choose an approach. So this will be our alternate, y'all. So now you guys can see here, we should be direct to Seaver. And we are in fact direct to Seaver, looking good. Right on profile. We should be passing Seaver between 16 below or 13 above. Dallas-Fort Worth surrounding traffic. Spirit 318 is an Airbus A320neo. Descending now on the Seaver 4, direct to Seaver. Will be overhead Seaver, 21 nautical miles. Currently at flight level 200, expecting full stop, runway 35 Charlie. Dallas-Fort Worth surrounding traffic. Alright. Runway's nice and long. Let's go ahead and arm that speed brake there. And we are going to... Let's see just how long this runway was again. I know it's well long enough. Woo, 13,000 feet. Let's save the brakes a little bit and just do low on the auto brake. And of course, we're going to be doing a full flaps landing. Okay, 18,000 feet. Okay, 3008 is in. And we are doing good, guys. Don't forget, once we get to our final fix, we're going to be going to a heading of 176. We'll fly that. We'll go direct to whatever waypoint we feel appropriate. We'll be at 6,000. And Rayma needs to be at 6,000 as well. So depending on our ride in, we might descend down to 5,000. This still gives us a 13.8 mile final at Tuffo. But it might not be bad to take it all the way to Rayma anyway. Just because. And there's where we need to go to our heading of 176. There, we got that heading set up, which will be the reciprocal of the airport. Heading. Alright, so let's go ahead and vacate Unicom and come over to 12655. We'll double check that CTAF frequency here. Yep, 12655. Dallas-Fort Worth traffic, Spirit 318 continuing descent on Seaver 5, currently direct to Burgee. We'll be overhead Burgee at 6.9 miles, currently at 13,100 feet, expecting full stop runway 35 Charlie. We'll call it right base, right to final. Dallas-Fort Worth. Spoilers are armed. Speed brake is armed. Okay, gross weight is 148.7. Temperature is 24 degrees Celsius. QNH 3008. DFW 030. I'm surprised it doesn't ask which runway. Runway heading, we said is 356. Elevation. .563. Reverse thrust, yes. Auto land, no. Overweight, flaps configuration.
The flight crew has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. Please return to your seat to fasten your seatbelt.
Alright, y'all know I like my long replays, so I'm going to start recording from here so I don't forget.
We have begun our final descent into Texas. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect any trash one final time. Please ensure tray tables are stowed and seats are in the full upright position. Please also store any carry-on items either in the seat back pocket or under the seat in front of you. Please complete all Wi-Fi related tasks and stow any larger electronics.
So V approach 136. Speed is looking good. Okay, weight is 148.6. We already have our approach speed. I'm just trying to give that little situation some love there. Okay, we'll get about within 1 nautical mile, around 1.5, 2, and we'll start our turn. Dallas Fort Worth traffic, Spirit 318, now turning right downwind and extended. We'll be calling out right base, right to final for Dallas Fort Worth traffic. Alright guys, so we're going to fly that reciprocal of the runway. We'll keep our speed about 230. Now you can see that reciprocal puts us in a perfect downwind where we have vectored ourselves for our final approach. Stay 230 now. We'll start our next descent. We'll get 210 in the base. We'll slow down to 180. So we're doing good. Okay, let's get our terrain radars on. So airport should be off in the distance. Runway's about right over here. Alright, here's where we will be. Let's look at our flap speeds here. 230, basically 215 for flaps 1, flaps 2, 200, flaps 3, 185, flaps 4, 177. So we're good to go here. So first flaps, we'll make sure we're under 215. We'll bump that in as we're getting onto our right base. Alright, flight controls are on. Getting those little micro stutters, mates. See, runway slope, let's just say 0. .4. Alright, so there's our landing right there. So at low auto brake, we'll be stopping this far down the runway. Max, this is how far we would stop. Medium brake, of course, and low. So we're going to do low, which is okay. So low should get us right around here, where we're able to exit this way. Let's see, we're downwind there. Tuffo at 5, days at 3. Dallas-Fort Worth traffic. Spirit 318 continuing right downwind, runway 35 Charlie. We'll be calling right base right to final expected full stop, Dallas-Fort Worth. Alright, pretty quiet night. pretty quite nice. Sasha Collins, make it butter smooth. Hey, we gonna try, my G. We are gonna try, fam bammers, for sure. Alright, see a little crosswind there coming out of the east, 10 knots. There's Tuffle, 5,000. We'll probably make our turn, come up here, make our turn, come around and get Tuffle. We'll already be at 5,000. We'll actually come up a little faster so we can establish on the ILS. So we'll turn right to a heading of 90-degree turn 266 here shortly. Slowing down to 110. Or to 210, I should say. We won't hit the flaps yet since we're pitching down. Dallas-Fort Worth traffic. Spirit 318 is now turning right base direct. Tuffo, expecting full stop runway 35 Charlie. Dallas-Fort Worth. Speed check, flaps 1. Speed brake is arm. Auto brake is at low. Okay, there's our right turn. We'll come out a little bit more for the angle, and then we'll execute it. All right, flaps 2 is 200. Going to 190. At about the 2 mile mark, we'll go ahead and get us situated so we can make our right turn. 2.5, 2.4, and speed check flaps 2. All right, Dallas-Fort Worth traffic. Spirit 318 now turning right to final. We'll be crossing overhead at Tulsa in 1 mile, expecting full stop runway 35 Charlie. Okay, let's get under 30 degrees. Localizers captured. Adding system on there. Let's see, we're going to chase it to the right. approach. Alright. There we go, guys. We are establishing on the ILS here. We got a 12-mile final. Let's go to 180. And let's go to perf here. Okay, final approach speed is 136. Dallas-Fort Worth traffic. Spirit 318 is on an 11-mile final, expecting full stop runway 35 center. Okay, 10. Here's coming down.
Flight attendants, please prepare for that.
Alright, 8-mile final. Final checks. Auto brake low. Ground spoilers are armed. No smoking. And landing lights are on. We are good to go, man.
2,500.
Check. Our aircraft. Six-mile final. Dallas-Fort Worth traffic. Spirit 318 now on a 5-mile final runway. 35 center, full stop. Check. We're coming a little faster than expected. Let's switch those speed brakes to
100 above.
Check.
Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain. Too low, flaps. Too low, flaps. Too low, flaps.
50, 40, 30, 20. Retard. 10. 5.
Reversers are out. Woo! Oh man. Well, there you go. Looked like a good landing, but we had a runway issue series. So there we go, guys. That was muy interesting. Let's see what happened here. Man, that was a pretty centerline touchdown as well. And you know what? Today's just been full of surprises, man. Let's leave it right there. Let's see what our... Hey, appreciate it. It was butter smooth, man. But looks like we had a conflict. And that's it, y'all. Nothing else we can do. Nothing else we can do. But we made it. We made it. So nice center landing. We hit it, but you guys saw there was some type of I gotta look at the scenery there, man. But hey, we got us to Dallas. We had a great flight. I appreciate y'all riding on board, and we didn't give up. I still enjoyed the flight. I will see you fam bammers on the next one for sure. God bless each and every one of you. Have a great evening, and sometimes that's just how it goes, fam bammers. I'm gone.